Hi, this is Chris, the chap in the cap from Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a new for 2020 glove from the Swedish brand Halvarssons. It's called the Wang glove. So for the 2020 season, Halvarssons are introducing 3 new gloves. This is the glove in the middle of the 3, as it were. There's a full-on winter glove called the Split. It's a longer cuff glove. In fact, it's got a longer cuff that you tighten with a drawstring to wear outside your jacket sleeve. This is still a winter glove, but it's not a downgraded version, but it's a has a slightly lower thermal rating. In terms of the glove, again, like the Split, it's supremely comfortable. You've got a goatskin palm. You've got a stretched textile back. Now, we like in a winter glove to have a textile outer. Winter gloves that are all leather tend to soak the rain in a lot, and we don't think that's the most effective way of staying dry on a cold and wet day. So we like to see leather palm and a textile back. That's exactly what this glove has got. We have an open back arrangement here. Again, that's something we like to see if you've got a knuckle protector, because if you don't, when you tighten the glove, that can put pressure on the back of the knuckle. When you've got an open knuckle, when I close my hand, you can see the knuckle moves. That's aided also here by some accordion stretch panels. In terms of its thermal qualities, this has a material, it's got a hollow fibre lining material called Innerborn. Now, Halvarssons has moved from Thinsulate to Innerborn. They reckon Innerborn is better, but of course they would, because they've moved there. It is meant to deliver the same levels of warmth as a proper down. It is very water resistant and it's extremely light. And certainly this does feel like a warm glove. For waterproofing, you've got Halvarssons' famed Dryway Plus membrane. They've used it for years. We never have any issues in terms of waterproofing with Halvarssons gear, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Uses a thing called skin fit technology on the fingers. Now, it's not pure lamination. There are some gloves out there, gloves that have Gore-Tex Gore Grip, where you've got a fully laminated membrane. That's not what you get here, but you get a lamination on the fingers. And what that means is it's quite difficult to pull the lining out. Of course, if you're determined, as some people are, to pull their liners out, then you can do so, because if your hand gets really hot and sweaty and expands and the glove's wet, you can pull it out. But linings don't come out on their own. Linings come out because people pull them out, and there's a way of making sure that the lining never comes out, and that's by getting your hand over the 4 fingers and then gently sliding your hand out. If you do that, your lining will never magically come out of the glove. Going back to protection, in terms of, I've mentioned this hard knuckle protector, you've also got you've got some little bits of foam on the minor knuckles as well. On the palm, you've got an extra piece of goatskin on the side there, and a piece between the thumb and the forefinger. That's quite useful. If you have an accident, it's quite common to bend the thumb back, and an extra bit of leather there helps that. You've got accordion stretch panels here on the thumb. Again, just makes the glove really comfortable and easy to wear, and some accordion stretch on the fingers there. Also, from a safety perspective, you've got, this glove is lined with High Art. High Art is a Kevlar equivalent, as it were. It's not an aramid. It is Halvarssons' own material, but it's an anti-abrasion lining. When you apply it behind a textile in one of their jackets, for example, that increases the strength of the outer fabric by 500%, so times 6. When you back it onto leather, it increases the strength of the leather by 200%, so times 3. In this particular glove, it lines the palm. Now, goatskin is thinner than cowhide, but stronger, but it's perfectly up to the job. In fact, we think goat hide makes for the best gloves. But when you line it with High Art, that makes this a very strong glove. So if you do go down, you've got plenty of abrasion resistance there. In terms of other features, you don't get on this glove, which is a little bit disappointing, but you do not get on this glove a visor wipe. The visor wipe would normally be on the left-hand side. I don't have the left-hand glove here, but I know it doesn't come with a visor wipe. You do get a touchscreen sensitive finger here, however, so that you can use your sat nav and phone. 2 wrist closures, one at the wrist and one at the cuff. It's a short glove, but it should, if you've got the right length of sleeve on your jacket, that should go under the jacket kind of fairly easily. So this is a glove I think if you are commuting all through the winter doing big miles, you might want to go for the splits glove or certainly a warmer glove than this. The padding in the splits is 180 gram of innerborn. This is only 120 gram. So it's still a warm glove, but I think it's a warm glove for weekend riding rather than for long distance winter work. So that's the glove. Comes in sizes 5 right through to 14. Not many gloves go up to 14, but all of Halvarssons' new gloves go across that size range. So if you have pretty big hands, then Halvarssons is one of those brands that maybe you should gravitate towards. In terms of price, it's £84, pretty phenomenal. These days we don't really think that you get a particularly good glove until you start to hit the £100 mark, but Halvarssons is one of those brands. We often talk about having 90% of rucker quality for 50% of rucker money, and they do hit a fantastic price point. So no qualms with this glove. It's not expensive, but you get a quality product as you would expect from Halvarssons. I think it's a great glove. To see more Halvarssons gear or to look at more gloves, visit the website www.motolegends.com. Now, to learn more about the glove, you can click on one of the links. Sometimes they're below, sometimes above. That will take you directly to the relevant page on our website. You can check out the spec in more detail, check availability, and if you want one, you can buy one there and then. When you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward, and risk-free as possible, so there's no P&P charge on anything we sell. If, having received something, you change your mind, you want to return it, you can do that at our cost as well, and we give you a full 12 months to make up your mind. The other thing that we do, we have an unbeatable price promise. Now, John Lewis is rightfully famed for its never knowingly undersold promise. They will match any competitor's price. We go one better. We will beat any competitor's discounted price by 10%. So if somebody is cheaper than us, we will beat that price by 10%. It means that we will always be the cheapest on anything we sell. If the company that you are price matching us against is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their price, their landed price, and not beat it. There are a few terms and conditions on the website, not onerous, but if you want to check them out, again, visit the website. If in future you want to receive information from us about products like these gloves, then if you go to the website at the top of every page, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be signed up and you'll receive bulletins from us in future. If, however, you prefer to get your information like this, in other words, videographically, then we would be simply delighted if you wanted to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that down there. Lastly, I'd like to make a bit of a play for our shop here in Guildford. It's a small shop. We are based just on the edges of Guildford, about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. But whilst the shop is small, it's attached to our warehouse. 3 floors with £2 million worth of merchandise. Technically makes this the second largest shop in the country. But actually we think we are much more than just the quantity of merchandise we have here. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the industry. When you come and see us, we'll let you in, we'll bring you in, we'll have a chat about what it is you want. We'll serve you the finest Illy Italian coffee or a pot of Yorkshire tea. And who knows, if you're lucky, you may even get one of Sean's mum's delicious shortbread motorcycle biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris from Motolegends. I hope to talk again soon.